And welcome to a demo of my Magic Card API. We're using this API in conjunction with my Magic Card guessing game hidden in the Hangman project I have on my repo. I was originally using Scryfall's API, however their database is too large, so we're reducing it to just what I need and using that instead. So here's an example of how I filtered it. I went through the database that I had that's stored up in a parent folder because it's too large to upload to GitHub. And then I'm mapping it with the criterias that I have to limit the database. Make sure that if we have something that is a duplicate or something that I don't want, we name it Steve so that we can get rid of it later. Otherwise, we'll save the card as it is using just the data that we want. Then we seed that data into the database, killing all the Steves here. Then we seed all the sets, which is coming from the same database, filtering exactly the sets that matter, just the modern sets, and sets that haven't already been used, stored in an array. Name the ones that are duplicates Steve, so we don't have any duplicate sets, and then get only the information that we want for those. Then we seed those, killing all the Steves, and then the last thing we have for our database is types. There are so few types in Magic that I just did them manually. At some point I'll do super types and subtypes, which are a bigger set of types, but for now we're just doing the basics. I saved that output and put it into this JSON here. This is the filtered version, which I can then upload this to GitHub, and then I made a second seed. Forgot to mention that part. Seed 2 here takes all the cards that we have, giving it a random number for each. This is important for the use of this API, in addition to assigning each set to the appropriate card and saving it. Then I went on to keeping it, because here you can see the set IDs. The remote seed is the one that's pulling from that file and then uploading it to the cloud such that it can be used. So here we can see in Postman, we have the link to the API that I have, and it's going to take a while because there are almost 130,000 cards, and it takes a little bit to format and look pretty. There we go. And we have all the cards that I have in that database available. We have the random feature that I made just so that I could use it in my card guessing game, and with that we can get a random card. We can see we have Sylvan Basilisk and then Illusory Gains, and it just keeps on changing. In my Hangman code, you can see I do a fetch for that, and then we're gonna make sure that we have the word. Here, I'll go ahead and pull up the web page. Let's see if I can do it. Let's just do a new window. We'll go to Hangman. Yep, let's do that one. And inside my Hangman, with a secret code, I can access the magic mode. And we have a hidden card underneath here to guess. So we do just go ahead and guess some letters to try and get it to go. I have no clue what this is. Can we get it? Ooh, it's a spider. Okay, so Tangle spider? Is it Tangle? Yeah, cool. And then it automatically re-ups with a new one every time grabbing from the our API. I'm mostly proud of well, not just the filter that I made, because the filter had to be very specific in order to get exactly what I wanted. I had to filter out, you know, just modern, just cards that I haven't used, just English, not promo. But also the random. The random is super useful for that game I just showed you, where here you say just math ceiling of random number times the max number, and then it gives us the random. I would like to implement later on a feature that allows you to use the rules of the cards to understand what the card actually does in game. So yeah, that's my API.